burnt my finger on the oven the other day. I also gouged a hole in my leg by accident, but I'm not going to show you that because I don't want to get demonetized. Anyway. Good afternoon, guys. So last week we hit 5,000 subscribers. Absolutely insane. Thank you very much. To celebrate, I ordered myself an electric tea warmer off Amazon. It's like a coaster that keeps your tea warm. Yeah, of course I bloody did. And I also asked you guys to send me questions to do a little Q&A, which we are doing today. I'm also going to do a makeup look at the same time because I've set myself the goal to post every single day on TikTok for all of February. So follow me on there if you're not already to see if I actually keep up with that. Okay, so a lot of you guys have sent me like favourites questions, so I'm just going to group those all together. That seems like a safe place to start. Favourite musicians at Billie Eilish, we already know this by now, but who else? Let me check my Spotify. Panic at the Disco, Alt J, The Hunter, Arctic Monkeys, Rex Orange County, oh my god. Ed Sheeran I've been listening to a lot recently. I don't know, I feel like I go through phases with Ed Sheeran that I'll like listen to his music on repeat like constantly for like a week and then just forget he exists for like the rest of the year. Conan Gray, I was supposed to see him in concert last year, but as you can imagine that didn't really happen. Cave Town, I did manage to see last year. Yeah, that's probably my main ones right now. Okay, so someone also said what is a song that you could listen to on repeat forever? That's hard. My favourite song of all time is Idle Town by Conan Gray, but I like never listen to it. I only like will choose very specific times to listen to that song. My favourite song right now is probably Afterglow by Ed Sheeran, but again I'll probably get sick of that in like a week and then never want to listen to it again. Maybe Vienna by Billy Joel, because that's one of those songs that like I'll never really like go to listen to, but anytime I hear it I'm like, oh my god, I love this song. Or 1998 by Peace, because that's like a 10-minute long song that hasn't really got many words to it. It's just like a massive like build up to like a massive beat drop. Is so good. Favorite TV shows, so I am definitely one for sitcoms. That's just like the only thing I watch pretty much. My favorite show of all time will probably have to be How I Met Your Mother, with a close joint second being Modern Family and Friends. Right now I'm currently rewatching Pretty Little Liars, as well as Pretty Little Liars The Perfectionist, which is like the sequel series kind of thing to it, except there's only one season, so I'm like trying to savor the episodes, so that's why I've like gone back and started watching Pretty Little Liars again. Favorite movies, okay, so my favorite film of all time is Stargirl, the Disney one, not the like Marvel one or whatever. Even though it's not a good film, like it's honestly it's like really quite bad, but like I love it and I don't know why, but it's I just love it so much. And Paper Towns would probably be a close second to that. Can't think of any other films that I like. Favorite books, okay, well speaking of Stargirl, hang on, I just got the Stargirl books like a month ago. I still haven't read them because I'm literally gonna read them tomorrow. I've decided I'm just gonna like read the entire thing just like in one sitting, but if I like them as much as I like the film, then these will probably become my favorite books. But until then, my favorite books are The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Frick. Like this book literally just like completely changed my entire perspective of life. I feel like everyone needs to read this book at some point in their life. As for an actual fiction book though, my favorite is Everything Everything. This is from the Zoella Book Club 2016, but it's so good, just like the plot, and then there's like a twist that you think is the main twist, but there's like an even bigger twist and it's like, what? It's so good. Plus there's just like little cute little drawings and stuff like this in between. I don't know, it's a really good book. Kind of weird, but what are your favourite star signs if you have any? You bet your bottom dollar that I have favourite star signs. So my three favourites are Leos, obviously, Aries and Sagittarius, because I think those are my most compatible signs, and also like every one of my like close friends is one of those signs. Other interests outside of makeup, so obviously like we just talked about, star signs and tarot cards and all that kind of stuff, love that. What are my other interests? Why can I not think of literally anything that I like to do? Sewing, I guess. I don't know, I don't really do that anymore, but like as a kid I literally would like sew all my own clothes, and it was like I'm not gonna lie, I was like pretty good at it. But then I kind of feel like I made the mistake of doing textiles at GCSE and A level, because now anytime I think of sewing I just think of like stress. Also baking, I'm a pretty good baker. Like my dream as a kid was to be on like the kids Great British Bake Off. I've been a true Brit since the start. Tell us about your childhood. Okay, right. I mean, I feel like I had a pretty like average childhood, but like no one wants to hear that, so let me think of some interesting stories. Honestly, I think the most interesting part of my childhood was just the amount of weird injuries that I had. I once fell down the side of a cliff and cracked my head open. I once dropped a knife on my foot and chopped the corner of my toe off. I used to staple my fingers for fun. And I fell up a concrete step, landed on my chin, and my tooth went all the way through my lip, and I've still got the scar right there. Honestly, all that's probably what sparked my interest in special effects makeup. But despite all those injuries, I've never actually broken a bone. What else? I used to have tuna, mayo, and Haribo sandwiches. Honestly, would still recommend, like I actually would still eat that, it was pretty good. My childhood crushes included Roddy from Flushed Away and Number 4 from Numberjacks. Celebrity crushes, right? Well, I can't help but notice that your profile picture is Conan Gray, who is of course one of my biggest ones because he's beautiful. Who else? Billie Eilish, obviously no one's surprised by that. My biggest one right now is probably Leon Norfolk on TikTok. If you've seen him, he is beautiful. Louis Tomlinson and Harry Styles. Never used to think that he was attractive when he was like in One Direction, but now, damn. Yeah, I think that's my only ones right now. If you had to change your name, what would you change it to and why? I would change it to Alaska, but like I don't know why. Because basically a couple of years ago I just like came up with Alaska being my fake name. I don't remember why I needed a fake name or why the name Alaska. It's like, that's never been a name that stood out to me. Like, it's a nice name, but I'd never like thought about it. And like, I remember everything about that day. Like, I remember exactly what I was wearing. I remember exactly what I ordered from a cafe that day. Like, everything except for why that came about. But anyway, that is what I've changed my name to. If you could do any celebrities' makeup, whose would you do? It's gotta be James Charles. I mean, that's probably quite an obvious answer, but like, if I ever did James Charles' makeup, or like he did mine, that would just be the absolute best day of my life. Who is your best friend? Well, I would say I have 3 best friends, but like in different contexts. So Kaylee, yes, obviously you are one of them. Kaylee's like my college best friend. She still keeps me updated with all the drama that goes on at college. And then we've got Edie, who is my oldest friend. I've known her literally since she was born. Our parents are best friends and our sisters are best friends, and now we're best friends. She's like 3 years younger than me, but like I want to be her when I grow up. Like, she's so cool. And then we've got Amanda, who I've been best friends with since we were like 6. And speaking of the devil, she asked what is your favourite memory of us. I don't know, because every like good memory we've got has like something illegal about it. I think just the fact that we used to wake up at like 5 AM, put on shower caps and sit on the front step outside my house drinking strawberry Nesquik. For what? Why was that a thing that we did? Right, there's quite a few like YouTube related questions, so I'll just join those all together now. Is there a specific reason that you started the channel? I mean, I've had like 5 channels before this one, because it's always just been something that I've enjoyed doing, but just 'cause I thought it'd be cool to like look back on university, I guess. Like, once I don't know, when I'm older, like it'd be a cool thing to like be able to look back on, and being able to do that while also helping other people who are like going to university. And obviously it also just became a way for like family and friends and stuff to just like see what I'm doing over here, because obviously I can't see any of them right now. But weirdly, the thing that actually gave me the idea to start a university channel was actually tarot cards, because I was watching like a tarot picket card video on YouTube that was meant to be what your life's purpose is, and mine literally describes this channel. It says that you'll be working with people through social media, helping people to step into a new chapter of their lives and helping people see all perspectives of a situation, and you'll be supporting and giving young people and teenagers advice, and going to school will be a big part of your life's purpose. So that's all I'm saying. If you didn't start a YouTube channel, what would you do instead? So like I was saying before, I used to really like sewing. Again, like I don't really do it that much anymore, but my plan before I actually like started doing YouTube was that I wanted to start a small business making baby clothes. I don't know why, but I used to make baby clothes all the time. I like know no babies. I know no people who have babies or were going to have babies. I just loved making baby clothes. But yeah, that was my plan, so that is probably what I would have done instead. Right, so I had to recharge my camera battery, so sorry if the angle and lighting and everything has changed. How did you get past the fear of starting a channel? So like I said, I've had like 5 different channels before this, so it's not new to me. But advice wise, like if you want to start a channel but you're scared to, there was a girl in my Instagram DMs who asked the same question a while ago, so I'll give you the same advice that I gave her, which is just film a video, even if you have like no intention of actually posting it. Fully like plan, film, edit the whole video, make a thumbnail and everything, and then even if you never end up posting it, like you've given it a try at that point and you know if you want to do it or not. But honestly, like if you're passionate enough about it, then like the fear kind of just goes away by itself. And then similar question, someone said any advice for people wanting to start a YouTube channel. I was actually planning on doing a video like about that at some point, but then I realized that I would literally just be regurgitating all the information from Annie Dubé, so honestly just like watch her channel. That is my advice. Like I swear she's the only person who gives actual advice other than just like have a good personality and be consistent. Like she actually gives like genuine tips for like how to grow. Just watch her channel, it's very good. Are you going to continue YouTube as a career? I hope so. I think I mentioned in my last Q&A, like a university Q&A I did a few months ago, that my like ideal future job situation would be for like YouTube and just social media in general to be like my main job. So obviously right now I only make money from YouTube, but like I said, I'm gonna try and post every day on TikTok so that I can like hopefully get into the TikTok creator fund and be able to make money that way as well. I also want to start doing live streams on TikTok, so make sure you go follow me on there because that'll probably be happening fairly soon. So yeah, like have social media as my main job, but then also in between do things like obviously like makeup for TV and film and all that, like to have little jobs in between doing that would be cool. So yeah, like social media and makeup mainly, but then also potentially other areas, I don't know yet. We'll find out. Okay, I finished the makeup, so I'm gonna answer one more question, which is actually kind of just like a combination of a bunch of different questions, because a lot of people just ask the general question, where do you see yourself in the future? Some people ask, where do you see yourself after uni? And some people ask, where do you see yourself in like 5 to 10 years? Honestly, future questions kind of scare me, because like the thought of the end of uni feels like so far away, but then I think I'm only going to be 20 when I leave university, and I literally turn 20 next year, which is mad in itself, and I'm going to get into that, but it's like not actually that far away, and that's scary, because like up until this point it's always been like a natural next step, like you go to school and then you go to college and then you go to university, and it's like after this then like it's all up to me, and that's terrifying. Obviously by the time I actually do finish uni, like I know that my opinions on this are gonna change and I'll look back on this and be like, ew, what was I thinking? But if I was leaving university right now, then I would want to move to a city of some kind. Probably, again, like if it was now, I would move to Leeds, because it's like quite an affordable place to live. It's also really close to where I am from, so I'd be like near friends and family and everything. So yeah, I would probably move to Leeds and just like do YouTube and social media like full time. As for 5 to 10 years, that is terrifying. So I probably want to have at least one child in 10 years. But then what if I say that and then by the time I'm 28 I'm like still single and alone? Like that'd just be awkward. But I would probably want to, yeah, have at least one child by then, probably 2. I don't know. And maybe I'd want to be married by then. I don't know. 28 is probably like the earliest that I would get married. I might have like a proper house by the time I'm 28. I don't know, that's too far away to think about, and now I'm like having an existential crisis, so we're gonna leave the video there. So I hope you enjoyed this chill little Q&A. Like I said, I'll probably start going live on TikTok at some point fairly soon, which will probably be a similar setup, just doing makeup and chatting and answering questions and that. So if you like this kind of video, then go follow me on there. Sorry that I couldn't answer all the questions, but this video would literally be like an hour long. So but anyway, that is it for this video, so give it a thumbs up if you liked it, comment anything you want down below. If you want to follow me on social media, they're all down in the description, and I will see you guys in the next one.